Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about patch 12.0.1, the second pre-expansion patch for Midnight, or basically the Midnight patch. This is the first patch of Midnight and will contain everything from the beta and a ton of minor changes, which we're going to talk about in this video. This video will focus on the changes that are happening kind of in this window between now and launch. I will have a separate video going over everything coming in Midnight. But before we jump into all of the changes and updates, I want to give a massive thank you to the sponsor of this video, and that is Rested XP. TBC Classic Anniversary is here, the Dark Portal is open, and you're about to realize you do not actually remember Outland at all. So Rested XP is here to tell you exactly where to go, what to do, and what to not waste time on. So you're leveling while everyone else is lost in Nagrand. And also when you hop back into retail, they now have full Midnight guides ready to go as well. If you want to level up your leveling, check out the link in the description and level way smarter with Rested XP. And thanks again to Rested XP for sponsoring this video. Alright, so yes, patch 12.0.1 launches next week as of the recording of this video on February 10th in the NA region and February 11th in the EU. As said, this is mostly minor changes, but some really cool changes and certainly things we've seen on the beta which are finally coming to the live game. So let's start by talking about class changes. Yes, class changes are coming in this patch. Now, nothing too super crazy, but it is mostly just tuning and the odd change here and there. You might need to reset your talents potentially when the patch launches. You'll also see Apex talents on the UI. So yeah, that Midnight feature that's going to unlock from level 81 will be there for you to look at on the UI. Now, if you want to look at any specific class changes, I will link the patch notes down below so you can scroll through that and have a look what's happening to your class in regards to the changes. Next up, you have a new login screen. So yes, the login screen is being updated once again and will display Silver Moon through the portal. This was something that certainly is a little bit controversial as people did really like the pre-patch login screen, but yeah, we are getting an update to it with Silver Moon and with some updated music as well. All of the music from the beta is coming over as well, so we will see some of that on the login screen, so yeah, enjoy that. Another thing that I really like, and again, people don't like change, but yes, they are updating the Eastern Kingdoms map. Of course they are, because Quel'Thalas has now been added to it officially. Now, this is a change that did come in beta that didn't make it to the pre-patch. So yeah, Eastern Kingdoms is going to look a little bit different on the sort of Azeroth map and, of course, on the Eastern Kingdoms map itself. So yeah, we're going to have to get used to that. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the loading screen has been updated with the new Eastern Kingdoms, but yeah, we are going to get a new map as of 12.0.1. For the damage meters, they're also receiving some updates. So you now have a session timer, which has been added to the title bar. This has also been added to the overall and current segment dropdown, telling you how long you were in combat for. They're also adding some new tracking things to it, including tracking deaths and tracking enemy damage taken for the damage meter. So the damage meter is getting a few little updates there. The built-in boss mods, which came in pre-patch, are also getting updated. We'll now have an edit mode option to display as a bar instead of a timeline, which is something similar we've seen with add-ons. And also you can make the boss abilities and boss warnings anchored to the cursor location instead of in the bottom right corner. So yeah, just some minor changes there, but the bars, they look pretty good for the most part. Moving into nameplates, the clickable area for the nameplate frames has been increased slightly on all sides to make it easier to interact with. Also, important cast highlighting is now more obvious, and under the enemy NPC buffs and debuffs, the shared CC checkbox is now enabled by default. They've also fixed an issue where the raid marker icons were not showing on the friendly player nameplates, and also with the unit frames, you'll now be able to select the background color of your raid frames in the options. That's in interface raid frames background color option, and you have a full color slider there that you can move around. So if you want to change the background of your raid frames, you will be able to do that in the patch. Next up, the Cooldown Manager, just a very minor change here. The icon padding can now be set to 0. So yeah, if that was an issue for you, that's something that's being changed. Another update is some updates to the text-to-speech feature. So they've added more customization in regards to being able to choose a specific voice for specific actions. And they've also added the option to choose the volume for that. So a little bit more customization with the text-to-speech options, which were added in pre-patch. So that's really good for people that need that, of course. We've also got some new achievements coming coming in pre-patch. We've got the Mounted Lumber achievements. So basically, these achievements have you collecting 250 lumber from each of the expansions, and doing so will unlock Mounted Lumber collection in that expansion. So this is retroactive as well. So if you have already gone out and farmed a bunch of lumber in the pre-patch, it's very likely that when you log in on patch day, you will get these achievements. So it is nice to see Mounted Lumber collection coming in. We have a minor change to endeavors. The progress bar on the housing dashboard now has a percentage text on it. So this is obviously something that has been done through add-ons and will be default in the game as of 12.01. We have some updates to the Transmog system as well. So when choosing an icon for your outfit slot, the icons for the items that are currently equipped will appear at the start of the list. So yeah, a pretty minor change, but very cool. If you just want to use like the icons of the gear that you're wearing, you can do that, as they will now be at the beginning. You can also use the arrow keys to navigate the Transmog UI, and the currency text will now change to red, and an error tooltip will appear over the save outfit button if you do not have enough gold to save your outfit. For dungeons, the Pit of Sauron and Skyreach will now be open. They were closed during pre-patch. They're now going to be open as of 12.01, and you will be able to go and collect the new decor from those two dungeons. Another minor change is that the item set tab in the adventure guide has been removed. Nobody's going to miss that. Maybe they will, I don't know, but it's gone. It's no longer there. And finally, the best change of all, and don't quote me on this, I'm pretty sure this is a thing, the money frame issue has been fixed as of 12.01. This has been a really annoying bug that kind of breaks all of your tooltips, and I'm pretty sure as of 12.01, this is finally being fixed. So a great change overall. So guys, that is it. That is patch 12.0.1. Just some minor changes for the most part, some updates we've seen in beta, which are finally coming to the game. So yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts on this. Of course, Midnight Early Access does launch in like 3 weeks, which is pretty crazy to say. So yeah, we'll have more and more videos covering Midnight, but I just wanted to put this one out just to let you know some of the changes coming in this minor patch. So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please do leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to support me outside of YouTube, I'm also on Patreon, and I'm on Twitter at MrGMYT, and I have a partner Discord channel as well. And also I am streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, Midnight pre-patch, Midnight launch, any sort of WoW, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.